اذا نفتتحوا نبدا بواحد رياكشن تايم على فيديو ديال ميهوك فيرسس روجر is closer than you think. صديقنا المتحدث باللغه الانجليزيه غادي يشرح لنا علاش ميهوك is comparable to Goldie Roger. بسم الله.
One Piece function off the premise of feats being the sole factor to power scaling, which doesn't make sense since One Piece is a story where a lot of characters' full power isn't shown. And
ممتاز.
Mihawk
حد الان راه بادي مزيان، ما عندي ما نعيب فيك صديقي الانجليزي. كمل.
is one of them. The potential of these characters are limitless, so we
دقيقة كيفاش potential is limitless؟ اش كيدير هذا هو هنا؟ هو هاد الحمق حداهم.
truly never know how strong Oda will portray them in the future. But there's also something that's referred to as anti-feats. This is where you
feats.
have feats that just make you look bad and are used to discredit a character's strength, and especially with a character like Roger who fought against a prime
الرجال ضرب لك على الرجال.
Whitebeard, Garp in his prime, rocks to some regarded as the strongest character.
شوف كيعجبك الفانز البحريه عندهم الجهد في الفانارت. ها هو ايغون طاقت شوف ايكوال مع روجر، هو مدور معاه الروكس دي زيبك.
In One Piece, for a vast majority, Roger is a character who has the best feats in the series, or
for the majority he has the best feats. هو روجر في الكونسير الراس في الراس مع وايت بيرد وعاد شير بأودين.
some of the best. And he's being compared to Mihawk, who arguably has some of the worst feats for a top tier, making it seem like
facts.
That comparison would make someone be regarded as a delusional person.
هما الفانز ديال ميهوك.
But does Mihawk really have any anti-feats?
The first one that comes anti-feats. ماذا تعني يا صديقي؟
To mind is the whole Vista squabble. This interaction, how do I say this respectfully? This scene, or this fight against Vista, makes people interpret it as Mihawk couldn't get past Vista, and that's how the
فينا هي l'impression فينا هي makes people راه he could not get past Vista، ما قدش يدوز فيستا. شنو؟
catchphrase came to life. Get bro past Vista first. And people say this wholeheartedly knowing that Mihawk could get past Vista, but they got into a point where like they make themselves believe Vista is actually a challenge because the agenda
داتا بوك كيقول بلا فيستا رايفل ديال ميهوك في المسايفة على الأقل. ميهوك قال ليه نأجلوا الكومباسكم مزيانة لينا أحسن. صديقي سوبريور اي كيو شنو كيقول لك بأن لا عا كيبان ليكم
it's just that strong. But I do understand when people
agenda is just strong. بلادم ولا عا كيجيو كيهيلوا وحدك الاجندا وي هذا تيرم كيلخص عليك بزاف صداع الراس باش تشرح الافيليشن شي واحد علاش كيقول لك هذا قوم من هذا، ولكن هنا ما كاينش الاجندا. راه موسيو ايتشيرو اودا كيدوي الحمار.
people say they can't imagine other top tiers being held up by Vista because that would just be kind of weird. Like some people have that crazy aura, like Roger for example, like no way Vista stopping him. Oden couldn't even stop that man. But we can obviously understand that both of these guys, including Vista, were holding back.
وصاحبي بنادم عامل كيدابز، بنادم دابز مع واحد يشلخ كايدو من هنا 5 سنين. نسكت زيد.
Safe to assume that the world's strongest swordsman
شي اقوى رجل في ون بيس كيدير كولوكاتير مع بيرونا صاحبي
has more to his arsenal than just swinging around his sword, because that's essentially the only thing that happened in this fight against Vista. Especially
بغيتي ما فهمتش واش بغيتي يلوح السيف ويضرب فيستا بيريكسا. وراه من المسايف هو اقوى سياف في العالم، ماشي اقوى ملاكم.
Since we know what Zoro can do, say Mihawk was using all his power in this moment is kind of disingenuous. Another potential anti-feat was Jozu blocking Mihawk's slash.
Potential anti-feat.
But we know swordsmen only cut what they intend to, and Mihawk intended to cut a Whitebeard who has human skin and that can easily
شو الصاد شو المراوغات ديال اليوميسي. قال لك ميهوك كان باغي يقسم وايت بيرد، وحيت كان باغي يقسم وايت بيرد الضربه اللي جات في جوزو ضعف من الضربه اللي خصها تقسم وايت بيرد، حيت وايت بيرد اللي مسكين ما غيطاكي الضربه ديال ميهوك ما والو، غتجي فيه الضربه وتقسمو النص ماشي بحال الاخر دائما سميتو دائما جوزو. رب العالي يا صاحبي هاد الفانز ديال ميهوك واحد
be pierced by the likes of Squirtle. It's within Mihawk's character to not really go all out. And we've seen him say this to Zoro. Why would he go all out hunting a rabbit? You know what's
واخا هو he does not go all out. هو قبل منها قال لك انا نعبر الجهد ما بيني وبين وايت بيرد. دونك هنا ديجا كاينه كونتراديكسيون. علاش كتجبد ليا ايست بلو مع مارين فورد؟
funny? Even in the latest chapter, something was said about hawks, I believe. A talented hawk always hides its claw. Now, this isn't a direct reference to Mihawk, but Mihawk is Hawkeye, so like that's kind of like his epithet, and it does fit true to his character. Moral of the story: Mihawk is gonna give EOS or end of series Zoro his best fight of the series. He hasn't used a fraction of his power. The only contradictory is Mihawk saying he's not restraining himself against Luffy, and more specifically his sword holds no restraint. If you take that at face value, you might think Mihawk wasn't holding back. With
واخا صبرت عليك بزاف خليتك تدوي. دابا هو قال لك المثال ديال الصقر لا يظهر مخالبه. شويه قال لك واخا ما عندوش علاقه راها عنده علاقه اون فيت. وقال لوفي بان السيف ديالي ما كنهولديش باك ولكن اون فيت راه كيهولدي باك.
Yoru. But I think the statement gets contradicted or debunked simply for the fact that Zoro is alive. Mihawk's sword held no restraint. Zoro would be dead in Baratier. Lastly, Mihawk testing the distance between them and Whitebeard. Some people use this as an anti-feat, but Mihawk was the first to notice Whitebeard's decline in power. It's kind of been implied that Mihawk has the power to sense someone's strength. Since Whitebeard was
كيفاش implied to see someone's strength؟ ولا كانت
perceived to
عنده هاد القدره هادي علاش غيحتاج يشير على وايت بيرد باش يعبر الديستانس؟
be the strongest guy in the world and
نقطة نظام. White Beard is that man is the only one who died in a fight against Goldie Roger the Pirate King.
equal to Roger.
ايتشيرو اودا كيدوي أصحاب أيغون تاخت.
And obviously he wasn't at the given time. Mihawk wanted to test what current level he was, and he could sense that Whitebeard wasn't the same. Whether you want to spin
راه كتخور صديقي الانجليزي ما بغاش يتيستي النيفو ديال وايت بيرد باغي يتيستي النيفو ديالو والفرق ما بينه وبين وايت بيرد.
this to say he thinks he's inferior, whatever. My